Hello all, I'm Sai and you're watching The Book Dragon. In today's video, I'm bringing to you 5 books which are very creepy books. So let's get into today's video. Next book that I'm recommending today is Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. Now in this book there is this reporter named Camille Preaker and she has to investigate this case and prepare an article of a series of murders that are linked to each other. The people who are being killed in these murders are small girls, and this happens in the native place or the native village of Camille Preaker, and she goes and she has to investigate this whole setting, and there are things which feel so out of the normal in this book. It is in no way a ghost story, it is a thriller, but it moves in such a way that you feel a very supernatural presence throughout the book. There are two other characters except Camille Preaker, who are her mother and her younger sister, who live in the house in the village, and they are some of the best creepiest characters that I've read in such a long time. And the thing about this book is that though it is a thriller, it feels most like a ghost story until like the last chapter or last few chapters. You don't understand whether it's a thriller or it is a horror. That's the best thing. It will give you the creeps for sure. If you are such a fan of books, then you have to read this. This is a short book, you can read it within a day or two, and there is also this adaptation in Hotstar which you can watch after reading this book. The next book that I'm recommending is The Laughing Skull by Ruskin Bond. Now this is a collection of short stories, ghost short stories by Ruskin Bond, and all these short stories are very small. You can read each and every story within like 15 to 20 minutes of times max, and this is a very good collection if you ask me. I think it is also available for free in Prime Reading. I'm not sure, just check it out. By the time I'm posting this video, just check it out, I'm not sure. And the best thing about this book is that it is cozily creepy. It doesn't haunt you and kill you from within. It's something which you feel creepy, yet you have to continue reading that because it feels so cozy. If you are a fan of such books, then you have to read The Laughing Skull by Ruskin Bond. The next book that I'm recommending is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Now in this book we have a small boy, I don't remember his name right now, and his mother, she's suffering from some illness and she's under treatment right now, and he's such a small boy that he's just studying in the 5th grade. His mother is so sick that she'll not be able to do things for him in order to send him to school. So every day in the morning he wakes up, he makes his own breakfast, he makes his own lunch, he eats food, he prepares food for his mother, he puts the dishes in the washer, he puts the clothes in the machine. All the household chores that you can easily imagine, he does them in the morning, and then he goes to school. He's bullied in school by this boy, and apart from all these sad stuff going on, in order to make things worse for this boy, there is this tree outside their house. If you look from the window of his bedroom, this tree is visible, and one night what just happens, the tree gets life and becomes a monster. It just comes to him, haunts him, tells him many stories, shows him many visions, and makes him ready for something which he has to face in a few more days. It doesn't do that in a very good way. It does it to make him stronger and understand what's happening around him, but it does it in such a haunting way that it will be so painful to read. I recommend you not to read this book right now. Once everything is sorted out and you can move outside, then you read this book for sure. If these are things which are not enough in order to make you pick this book up, I cannot say anything more. Lastly, I saved this book to recommend at the last because if I had held this in the beginning of the video, I would have not been able to shoot for this long, and it is It by Stephen King. This is a horrific thriller if you ask me, and in this book we have these 7 kids who as a team are called the Losers, and they live in this town named Derry. The special thing about Derry is that every 27 years something very horrible happens in the place and many people just die. Okay, that's the main creepiest thing about this book, of many things that are present within this. And when these kids are children, this happens once, that is the 27th year occurs, and it comes and makes many people die. These children find out the cause of the deaths and what's making these things happen, and they control it and put an end to it. They think that they have solved the mystery, but they have not, and they also take a blood oath between the 7 of them, and they promise that they'll return back to Derry and solve the problems caused by it if it ever occurs again. So it does happen again after 27 years when they are adults, and they come back together and they just dash it and defeat it. That's the main premise of the story. The storytelling way that has been used by Stephen King in this is explicitly great. It is an adult book, so it might not be advisable for young adults and kids. Definitely not for kids, and not advisable for young adults also, because it is so tough to read. The word count is so high, the page count is so high. But if you find that you're having a lot of time to spend right now in a single book, then you have to read it by Stephen King. Please do read it slowly. It's not a book that you can storm through and finish in like a week or so, because it is such a heavy-handed book. You can actually kill a person just by throwing this, because it's that heavy. And if you like such horrific stories and extremely well-built characters and worlds, then you have to read it by Stephen King. Okay, that's all for today, and if you found this video enjoyable and informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it to your friends. If you want to get more content from me, do subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.